All right, and here's Drew McGrath with us today, as always, for this beautiful show on this very hot day. Now, we are recording this on Sunday. Long story short, I've got other things to do on Monday and Tuesday, and so we just had to get this in early. But that's okay, because we got plenty of things to talk about. Drew, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, man?
So far, so good. Although, dude, I'm sweating balls.
Yeah, it's been really humid.
And so right now, my Google is telling me it's 84 degrees outside, which isn't bad. Yesterday, it was 96 at home, and I was not happy about that.
Yeah, I have 84, but it's real feel feels like 90.
Yeah. And it's just it's sticky and muggy, and I can't get the door open to the office because it's made out of wood, and it's just absolutely swelled like crazy. I think I'm going to break my shoulder next time I try to open it. But whatever. So how was your weekend, man?
It was all right. Tried to relax, but can't really relax with the heat and everything like that. So
went to the Pirate Festival in Alcott with the wife. That was fun. We so my favorite part was there was this outfit organization from Sanborn there with I don't want to say exotic animals, but unusual animals. They had kangaroos and wallabies.
Okay.
There was an armadillo, which is really
nice.
like armadillos are my favorite animal.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, so behind the hedgehog over there is an armadillo. And there's actually a couple other armadillos on those shelves there. I don't know why. When I was younger, my uncle was a truck driver, and he was living in Texas. And, I had found out about armadillos, and I asked for one for my birthday, and he didn't give me one.
Well, obviously.
So, which is rude.
It is rude, but
whatever.
Obvious.
Whatever. So, Drew, we're going to talk about some non-sports to start things off. Then we'll take a break, and then we're going to talk about sports. I know you want to talk about the Bills' colored uniforms or whatever. And
you get a new helmets?
Yeah. But before we do that, I want to talk about antipasta salad.
Okay.
Now, you have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
You do or don't?
I do.
Really?
Yeah. It's just pasta with, pepperoni or whatever.
Okay. So, but you don't know what I'm talking about. That's good. I'm glad.
So I know what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I do most social medias.
Right.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm kind of on Blue Sky, but not really. I'm kind of on Threads, but not really. Of course, I have a huge presence on YouTube for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that I really don't do much of is TikTok.
I don't have TikTok at all.
Now, my wife loves TikTok, and she's always talking to me about things that she saw on TikTok. Now,
okay.
I will talk to her about, things that I saw on the news. Like, hey, did you see that Azerbaijan invaded Poland? And she'd be like, no, I didn't see that because I was too busy with whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this weekend, I don't remember what it was I asked her about, and she had no idea what I was talking about. She's like, but did you see about the antipasta? And I'm like, what in God's name are you talking about?
Okay.
So this is a huge thing on TikTok, and it is kind of floated into other social medias, but is mainly still on TikTok.
Okay.
So I'm not going to explain too much. I want to get right into it. So this woman right here on the screen,
okay,
she was invited to a party. She brought an antipasta salad. It went downhill immediately. I'm going to play the video, which you and the listeners will all be able to hear. Unfortunately, Drew's going to be able to watch it. The rest of you are not. That's okay. I do suggest that you watch it on TikTok yourself because it is the audio is really the thing. The video to it is not that big of a deal. But nonetheless, we're gonna talk. This is a segment. Trust me, we're gonna have fun with this. Ready?
My son just opened the door and gave me a hug and said, "It's okay, Mom. It's not your fault." I don't normally post things like this, but I am absolutely humiliated. And I can't. I had to hold it together for the 15 or 20-minute drive home because I didn't want the kids to be, completely, upset. So I was invited to a 4th of July party the other day by my son's best friend's mother. And I thought it was possibly a family party or just a neighborhood party or something because it's a road in the woods kind of thing where they're at the end and then her mother and her uncle and then a couple other houses. But I don't know anybody. I'm I'm new to this area. I just moved 1,000 miles away to be here. And so I made an antipasto salad, like this big, gorgeous
All right, so
salad.
first of all, hold on, wait, Drew. That's gorgeous, right?
It's just food to me.
It's a beautiful dish. So
I don't consider dishes beautiful or anything like that. It looks good.
It looks So personally, I would eat the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No?
I don't know. But it does look good though.
So this woman, she made the antipasto salad.
And I asked, is there anything you want me to bring? Thank you so much. I was so gracious. I kept reiterating that. Thank you so much for, inviting me. I don't know anybody here.
So on the screen right now is a text thread between this woman and this friend of hers that invited her to the party, showing that she had been invited.
And I get there, and the kids get out, and I grab the antipasto, and I brought one beer with.
First of all, antipasto, and it's all over. And I know
antipasto.
Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but whatever.
Sure.
She's in another state.
With me because I was only going to drink one beer because I don't know, I have kids to drive home. Honestly, never been treated like this before, and I can't imagine having a party at your house and treating a guest like this, even if maybe it was a surprise. I don't know. So I walk into the house with my son's friend's mom, and I'm carrying the salad, and I have my beer, and I just wanted to put the salad down and chat and introduce myself to everybody. And I guess the homeowner's name is Stasia, and her husband, I don't even know who he was. He walked by me kind of angry and ignored me, but I was trying to introduce myself to everybody. And her uncle, my son's friend's mom's uncle and mother were there, and they were the ones doing the fireworks, and they had 500 rounds, and I'm just chatting, not even 5 minutes in the door, and somebody walks in the house and is like, are you going to introduce yourself to somebody? It's really rude to walk into somebody's house and not introduce yourself. He's absolutely flipping out outside about some stranger. And I was so confused. I looked like a deer caught in headlights because I thought I was invited. And even the mother that invited me, she was like, what in the world? I mentioned that she was coming. Okay. So, and I was like, I'm really sorry. I don't even know whose house this is. And the girl goes, exactly. You shouldn't be in here. And I was like, okay. So I walk outside, and when I get out on the porch, the girl Stasia I introduced myself to, it wouldn't even look at me. She turned herself looking away on the porch, and there's all these people just angrily looking at me and nasty. And one guy was like, welcome to the neighborhood. See?
All right, let me just pause here. So, so Drew has got this confused look on his face, which is totally understandable. So, this woman invited her friend to her other friend's party, is what I'm getting out of this, right?
That's okay. So I'm on the same page.
Check with the friend ahead of time. Friend said it was okay. But then when the person gets there, the person who's hosting the party flips out and is like, why are you here?
Right.
Now, one of the reasons I wanted to watch this with you specifically, I don't know, was it this year or was it last year? Had to have been last year. No, not necessarily. I don't remember. Anyway, do you remember when Jeanette and I had our Super Bowl party, and you're like, hey, can I bring DeMario?
That was this past year.
Was it, all right. And so
this past Super Bowl.
So at the time, I had met DeMario once, fleetingly, and I think that he said 2 words the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I really don't know this guy, but if he's good with you, he's good with me.
Right.
That's how I treat people.
Right.
Your friends are my friends. Period.
Right.
Unless they do something to me to make them not my friends.
Right. If they act shady or something.
Yeah.
Right.
They are if you are cool with someone, because I trust you, I trust them.
Mm-hmm.
And until they break that trust, I trust them. Period. So if you say, can I invite, and I appreciate the fact that you said, can I invite? Yeah. Which sounds to me like is what happened here.
Right.
And the people are like, yeah, bring them along. And then when they get there, she gets this. Now, personally, I think she's being a little over dramatic here, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I was confused with the whole thing on how is it. I don't know. Is it to you? Is it how she's describing this interaction like that she's having, like how like who introduced, like why are you here? That whole type of thing. It seems confusing.
Well, I think it seems confusing to you because it's dumb.
Right.
Because these people are trusting what this woman is saying.
Yeah, if we go off of her story. Right.
These women are being ignorant. Or these people are, the hosts are being ignorant. And so, yeah, it is confusing because it's like, why would somebody act like this? And
right, it's like at first I was like, wait, is it her friend's party? How she kind of described it was her friend's party that her friend invited her to.
That is a little confusing. So it's from what I have learned since, because I went down a rabbit hole with this. I have watched so many of these damn videos. From what I have learned since this, so it's the friend's house, but the friend lives very nearby, and it's kind of like a compound mentality, like the neighborhood.
Okay.
So it's a neighborhood party.
See you later, and I was like, okay. So I just dumped my beer out, and I was just like, I was totally distraught. And like, I've never been treated like that. Like, I left the salad for them. It was like probably a $40 salad. I used all the really nice Italian cut meats and like all the vegetables from my yard. I just wanted to make a good impression. And like, this is why you don't make friends in your 30s, because people are so nasty. And like,
I just want to go back to the salad. Her own vegetables from her garden. Dude, I'm in.
Like, I literally didn't mean to intrude. I thought I was I feel absolutely horrible because I ruined my kids' 4th of July. And like, I feel like that was so unwarranted. I feel like it was just so nasty the way I was treated and the way that they just kind of ganked like a bunch of strangers just like was standing on the porch looking at me like I was like this horrible piece of shit.
All right, we're gonna stop it there. There's more to the video. It's got about another minute, but it's just the same thing. It goes on. Back to the salad. Now, you don't think it looks great. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks delicious. Have I seen better-looking antipasta salads in my life? Certainly. Has anyone ever brought me an antipasta salad to my home that looked better than that? No, never. Not once.
Okay.
And here's my take. So I don't know you, but I'm having a party, and you show up to my house with this salad. You are my new best friend. Come on in. Like, I don't know who you are, but somehow you learned about this party and you showed up with this delicious-looking salad. We are now besties. That's my personal take.
Okay.
Not to mention, she's already been verified by somebody else at the party.
Well, was she, though? Because that person acted like she didn't know her.
Understood. So I have another video to show you. So this is the response from the host of the party.
So, of the video we just watched.
Yes.
My husband is not a mean person. We are not mean people. Neither is my mother-in-law. We simply did not know who this person was that come into our house unannounced to not a party. Let's clarify. This was not a party. This was a get-together of people who knew each other, okay?
What exactly is a party? When you're in your 30s, if you have more than a couple people over to your house, it's a party. There doesn't have to be a rock band.
Just continue.
All right.
And just because we didn't know her doesn't mean that she couldn't have stayed and hung out. We just didn't want her in our house, okay?
She could have hung out, like, by the road. Maybe in the backyard. Probably not in the backyard.
I can see where this is going. All right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So to you people that are getting on TikTok and all my social medias, first of all, or my husband's or my mother-in-law's, so forth, so on, and trying to bully us, I don't care. I really don't. Because you don't know the story, you weren't here, and for you to feel like you have to be behind the phone to bully somebody else that you don't even know about, that says a lot about you, not me. And one more thing. We did apologize. My husband did call her directly and apologize to her, and she didn't want to accept that answer, okay? She didn't want to accept that we were sorry, that we hurt her feelings.
she sounds super sorry, doesn't she? Like this definitely sounds like a woman who is broken. She knows that she has committed a grave error, and she is trying to atone for that. This is definitely the tone of a woman who feels bad, right?
She wanted to get on TikTok and use it to her advantage and try to make us look like bad people, and then have half the world or so forth, so on, hate us too to get into the rewards program? Seriously? Person, my husband is not a...
Yeah.
Okay.
So this video starts out, and I think I missed the first couple of seconds when I played it.
It doesn't matter.
It starts out with her saying, "I am not a bad person."
Right.
I feel like if you make a video that starts
So
with
you
"I
got to
am
make
not
a
a bad
disclaimer.
person," I feel like if you start a video that says "I am not a bad person," you are probably a bad person. Just like if you meet somebody and they go, "I'm not racist," you know that there is a but coming, and then after that, some statement that is 100% racist.
I feel if you have to make a disclaimer, everything after that disclaimer is BS.
Yeah. How many times have you heard, "I'm not a racist, but," and then the next thing they say is the most racist thing you've ever heard in your life?
Or I don't mean to pry, or...
Not to offend.
Yeah.
No offense, but you're the biggest dipshit I've ever met in my life. How could I possibly be offended by that?
And then the fact that she had to post this video
from her car. Why do people post videos from their cars? You notice that?
Yeah.
The first video was from her car too.
But she is supposedly the person that supposedly invited this person. Am I correct?
This is the host, not the friend.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Do you know where this party took place?
I believe Virginia.
Okay, that makes sense.
Somebody else had said Texas, but then I saw something about Virginia. I'm not entirely sure.
Down south?
Yeah. Virginia, Texas, depending upon what neighborhood you're in, they're pretty darn similar. But
I thought there was something called Southern Hospitality or something like that. Sounds more redneck to me, kind of.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, like this whole thing was like ridiculous. Cause
now I can understand, as you know, Drew, and as our listeners should know by now, I got married month and a half ago, and had a stranger showed up to my wedding, I would have been like, sorry, this is a private thing. I don't know who told you that you could come, but they were wrong. It's just sorry. This is very close friends and very close family, and as you know, having been a guest at that wedding, it was just very close friends and very close family. I had 10 friends of my own. Jeanette had a little more because, well, frankly, she's nicer and as a result has more friends. But so
we just tolerate you.
Yeah. Well, and then another thing, the woman says she just moved 1,000 miles and she's trying to make friends. And I can tell you, and I'm sure that you know yourself, at our age, and Drew and I are not the same age. He's 10 years younger than I, but we're both old. We're over 30, and in the eyes of many people, that makes us old. Over 30, it gets difficult to make friends.
Okay, but to me though, are you really trying to make friends?
I'm not. I don't like people.
Well, I think it just that just kind of happens. I think you try to make friends when you're a kid. More so when you're an adult, though. It's
but I know that
just happens.
I know that you've talked on a few occasions about potentially moving to one of the Carolinas or California or whatever. If you were to move there, you would want to make friends, right?
I would. And it wouldn't be a goal. It would just be hopefully something that happened.
You don't think that you would make an effort to meet people with?
Well, I would make an effort to talk with people and everything like that. But
Drew and I became friends because basically we both got out of work at the same time and went to the same bar and sat next to each other, 4 nights a week for several months. And after probably 4 months, I think I learned his name.
Yeah.
which is how adult males make friends for the most part. But you move 1,000 miles, you get invited you think you get invited to this party where you think that, oh, good, I'm gonna make a new friends group so that I won't feel so alone in this new community in which I'm in, and then you get treated. So I do kind of understand her reaction.
Well, okay, so to me though, it just sounds like women being catty.
Well, but it was the husband first.
Well, okay, but I can understand the husband, especially if, like, say Jeanette just happened to be, like, just bring up random, oh, yeah, this person's coming over, or whatever like that, or stopping by.
Dude, that's a Tuesday at my house.
But, like, you could be doing multiple different things,
right,
and, like, not remember.
Here's the thing, though. Somebody walks in, first of all,
you don't have to be rude, but like
just walk into our house, which I think is weird. If it were more my house and not as much her house, that would not be a thing. Also, her family just drops by. Not often, but they do, which to me is also weird. And they have curtailed that to a bit since I started living there a couple years ago. And we'll text ahead of time and be like, hey, by the way, we're going to stop by and do this. But with very, very, very rare exceptions, I don't just stop by somebody's house. And I don't particularly like when people just stop by my house.
Like if I'm in an area, like say if I'm in the area or something like that, and I see like there's a car or the car in the driveway or something like that, and I haven't talked with that person in a while, sure.
See, I won't. What I would do is I would shoot them a text. Hey, man, I'm in your hood. What are you up to?
Right.
And if they texted back, maybe we'd get together. If they didn't, I would probably just keep moving. Now, the one exception to this rule.
Well, right. Like I might like be like, hey, see your car, but just because your car's in the driveway doesn't mean that you're still actually home. Your car could just be in the driveway.
And your car could be in the driveway, and you could be home, but you don't want company for one reason or another.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. And like I might knock on a door or something, be like, all right, cool, and then that's it. And then I'll probably be like, hey, I was in the area, stopped by real quick, and that was it.
Right.
So like I think there should be at least some form of communication, either before or after,
right,
or after, or like immediately afterwards.
So I got a buddy, John D'Onofrio. He used to be the sports editor of the Union Sun and Journal. We were best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I moved from Lockport, and he left his job, we just kind of fell out. We didn't fall out. We just didn't communicate as much, to the point where we just didn't communicate at all.
Yeah.
So, a couple of years ago, I had texted him, probably like for his birthday or something.
Okay.
And he didn't respond.
Okay.
And so then I messaged him on social media, and he didn't respond. And I'm like, what the hell? So I knew where he lived, and I happened to be in the neighborhood. So I stopped at his house because I didn't know how else to get a hold of him.
Right.
So I stopped at his house, knocked on the door. He answered the door. He was like, oh, my God, what are you doing? Like, I came in. We just shared a piece of pie or whatever. And it was nice catching up.
You shared a piece of pie.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
We put on our jammies and did each other's nails. It was a good time.
Okay. Braid each other's hair, too?
He doesn't have much, but I tried.
Okay.
But he was like, oh, man, I haven't had that phone number in forever. Here's my new number. And so, when dropping in is your only recourse, I get it. But just I don't know, my kids, I would never just stop by my daughter's apartment and be like,
right,
hey, I'm here, because I don't know what she's doing. I don't know that I want to know what she's doing.
Right.
She's got her own life. I want her to feel comfortable in her own life and not feel that she's got to hide anything. So, yeah.
Right.
So I'll text her and be like, hey, do you want to get together on Tuesday and do such and such?
Yeah. That's right, and that's fine. But I think that other scenario with your friend, though, you had the wrong number.
Right.
So
I feel that was warranted.
Right.
And here's the thing. If you are, so Jeanette's family is very tight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very jealous of that, by the way. My family has never been like that. But her family is very tight, and they do just drop in on each other. If that's what your family is, have at it. But don't assume that other families are like yours.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, yeah, so this video, though, it just seems weird from the get-go.
So the thing about this has become all of TikTok. All of TikTok is responses to these two videos, and they're hilarious. I'm not going to show you the responses. If you want to check them out later on your own, feel free to. Listeners, if you want to do the same, seriously, go to TikTok and search for July 4th Antipasto with an O, not with an A. And you will find videos and videos galore. You will get sucked into this rabbit hole, and you might never get out.
Okay, but my thing was, though, when this woman said that she could have stayed, but not be in the house, like...
So between that comment and the it wasn't a party, it was a gathering.
Wait.
Just tell me this woman's full of shit.
When you're an adult, do you really have parties, or don't you just say, like, it's a get-together, or like a Super Bowl party? Yeah, you'll say party, technically.
Right.
But isn't it a get-together?
Yeah. We're not doing cocaine off of each other's, backs. We're just getting together, watching football. Because I think once you get more, I think party's a number, right? Like, if you have, like, having a couple people over to the house, a couple people you can have over to the house. If you have 7 people over the house, that's a party. Whether or not you call it a party, I feel like party is a number. And I don't know what the number is.
And regardless, I think it's just a get-together anyway. Regardless of how you want to phrase it, it's a get-together.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
All right.
Yeah, it was just weird. And then, but it also, from viewing her, yeah, it makes sense.
Totally. All right. That was our first segment.
All right.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, I got to clear my brain because that hurt.
Let's take a break. We'll play some music. We'll come back. We'll talk sports.
All right.
We're going to talk about football colors. You're listening to Here's the Thing on All West New York Radio. He's Drew McGrath. I'm Scott Leffler. We'll be right back.